What's going on, guys? Kenato Jemski here and welcome to another video. So today we're going to react to, TV shows intro. Be like, I'll give you an example.
Whoa, is that a gummy? Don't eat that! What have you done? You have 30 minutes left to live.
Or like this one.
What a beautiful day. Hopefully nothing weird happens today. This must be it. Oh no. I can explain.
So this is like my first time using this type of format, so I don't know what to do with the background. So we'll figure out in the future what I can do with it. But for now, we'll deal with this. So first up is we're going to react to Peacemaker intro meme. It's been all around the internet, and Peacemaker has been absolutely banger. I've enjoyed it so far. The multiverse stuff, absolutely perfect. I love what they did with it. It's really creative. I can't wait for the last episode. Okay, so here we go. Going to react to Peacemaker intro be like. Also, we're gonna rate this if like it's passable as a Peacemaker intro. We're gonna rate it by if it's actually has the Peacemaker vibes. If they did it correctly. A lot of people are forgetting that there's like a black screen before the intro. And third is if it syncs well.
Memories when everything was as fresh as the bright blue sky. Now and then when I see her face, she takes me away to that special place. And if I stand too long, I'd probably break down and cry. Oh, sweet
No,
child.
no, no. Bro, wait. First of all, before we get into anything, I want to know the context. I'm assuming this is an advertisement, maybe for car safety. When I saw the kid doing the, and it's like it's gonna replicate that, like those crash dummies thingy. Like, when they're gonna replicate the crash. That's the first thing I thought of, and I was like, oh no, this boy's gonna crash. And then they did the thing where like they crash onto the kids, bro. It's not funny. But Jesus Christ, they did hold back. Oh my god. They did the black pause in there. That's gonna give us like automatically 4 eagles. The intro is very synced, so I'm gonna give it another 4 eagles. The entire vibe of it, does it give Peacemaker vibe? The show is pretty messed up. And this commercial or this advertisement or whatever this thing is pretty messed up. So I'm going to give it a 2 eagles. 10 legendary duck dancing eagles. Okay, Breaking Bad. Let's start with the entire vibe. The Breaking Bad show could be pretty messed up. This scene is pretty messed up. What I don't like though is this part. How it started. It's like Like it just started out of nowhere. So because of that, I'm gonna deduct a one eagerly. Then so that gives us a three total eagerly points. They didn't necessarily add like a big boss in there. Tends to be just a tad bit longer. So because of that, we're gonna minus another one eagerly, so that's another three eagerlies. And the intro is pretty on sync, so that's gonna get the two eagerlies. So that gives us a total of eight eagerlies. Okay. So this is the, from Peacemaker itself. I read some of the comments. I'm not sure if this is from the original one. I don't know if this guy just reposted the meme. And there's a comment saying that the Peacemaker intro could also work as an outro, and this is one of the few examples. Since this is the Peacemaker itself, we're gonna give it an automatically 4 eaglies. We're gonna give it another 3 eaglies. I don't know. It feels like the black transition is a bit quick, but the intro itself, it was pretty on sync. So that's 2 eaglies. So this gets 9 eaglies. Not bad. Legendary, legendary scene. I'm glad they added them. Am I gonna get banned if I say the S word? The pew pew. They did the pew pew to people. That feels like a pretty peacemaker thing. They don't hold back with the gore. So because of that, this gets a 4 eaglies. The black transition, 4 eaglies. Is the music on sync? Very good. 2 eaglies. This one gets a perfect 10. Okay, so next up is the Doctor Who intro. I'm a very huge fan of Doctor Who. What I'm watching, I'm obviously a very big geek here. I'm not a nerd. I ain't smart like, you know, science and all. I'm just a geek. So this one is like a bit older, of course. This one popped off a couple of months ago, and I think this is a perfect time to review it with the Peacemaker intro. So let's check it out.
What? Scooby-Doo, what are you doing, man? Like this ain't no time to... Like there's a ghost right behind me, isn't there?
The way we're gonna rate the Doctor Who one, there's only two way to rate this. The screen, that will get 5 screwdrivers, and then the transition, which is also gonna be a 5 screwdrivers, giving us a total of 10 out of 10. So this one right over here is pretty good. It has the scream, Shaggy scream. So that's gonna get a 5. The transition, you know, that was good. The fire, and then the transition. Feel like that's a very Doctor Who move. So we're gonna give it a 5. This one gets 10 out of 10 bow ties. Wait, you know what? Scratch. Scratch everything. We're gonna change up the metric system. But to be fair with the previous one that we rated, we're gonna keep it as is. But the rest of this, let's change it up a bit. So, because of this, I obviously found out that they're using different intros. The previous one was from the 11th Doctor, the earlier seasons. This one is, I'm assuming, the 10th Doctor. So the way we're gonna rate this is 4 for the overall vibe, another 4 for the transition, plus 2 for like the era of the intro they're using. So they use the David Tennant in this one. I feel like we're gonna give it the vibe is gonna get a four. The transition is a four. However, the era, I feel like the CGI here is a bit too clean. So I feel like this should be like a bit modern. So I feel like this one would fit right well with the 11th Doctor. I'm gonna give this a 9 out of 10 sonic screwdrivers.
Now all we need to do is catch up with the train. We can't be far behind. Do you hear that? We must be getting close. Hold on.
Let's start with transitions. I'm gonna give it a solid 4. The scream, the vibe, when I give it a 4, this could be like an episode about a killer train, killing random people on the train tracks. I feel like it's more on the people, but you know how people can be like on shows. They could be stupid. However, the intro that they use, I feel like this fits more with the 10th Doctor. So I'm gonna give this a total of 9 out of 10 screwdrivers. Okay? Squid Games. The vibe is gonna get a 4. That this one doesn't need the scream because this has the reveal. This reminds me of the intro of the Master from the 10th Doctor. So automatically this will get a 2. The vibe will get a 4. This feels like an episode about in the future, a dystopian TV show, which they already did. But I feel like this could be another one. So the vibe is 4. The transition is 4. So this gets a perfect 10. I like this one.
Taking a picture with us?
Oh, sure. He's not figuring out where he is.
Sorry to hear that Jane dumped you.
She didn't dump me, you know. I dumped her. It's a mutual dumping. What's this? What are you doing?
This isn't me.
So with the context, with that, it's obviously River's song saying hello to the Doctor, assuming that the Doctor here is Thor. So because of that, I'm gonna give it a 4. The transition, a 2. So this gets a 10 out of 10. Also, I just wanna say, we're watching this one. I can see Tom Hiddleston playing the Doctor. I feel like, especially with like the TVA stuff, they did like timey-wimey stuff in the TVA. Seeing all of that, I feel like Tom Hiddleston could play the Doctor. I think he could play as a solid Doctor. I'd probably watch it. I mean, either way, I'm gonna watch Doctor Who. I'm a big geek here. I feel like this could be a solid Peter Capaldi 12th Doctor episode. So I feel like the intro that they use, I feel like I'm gonna give it a 1. I feel like this one would fit well with the Capaldi era. However, the entire vibe, 4. I can see the Doctor fighting a space spider. This is a space spider. The Doctor is fought spiders before. The transition, pretty solid, a 4, so this will get a 9 out of 10.
Conscience. Too long I've been starving to death and haven't died. I feel nothing. Not the wind on my face, nor the spray of the sea, nor the warmth of a woman's flesh. I start believing in ghost stories, Miss Turner. You're in one.
Pirates of the Caribbean, I feel like this could pretty well fit in with either era between the 10th Doctor and the 11th Doctor, so I think this one works. So I'm gonna give it a 2. So either whatever intro they're using, this works. So it's gonna get an automatic 2. The vibe, 4. Um, and then the transition is 4. I'm glad that the reveal that he's not human. I feel like that's a pretty Doctor Who thing to do, so I feel like that's a 4. So this one gets a 10 out of 10. Okay, so I believe that's it for today's video. A lot of these guys are pretty creative. Their name is going to be on screen, anyways. So shout out to them. Go check them out. First time I discovered it, it didn't really make me laugh, but I was like, I started to wonder, I was like, what else could be like a Doctor Who intro? What else could be a Peacemaker intro? And these guys are just finding clips left and right. So like every time I scroll past TikTok or YouTube Shorts and I see one, I immediately watch the entire thing and I'm rating it, so like might as well turn it into a video and rate it. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe, leave a comment, have a good day, and check out the people who created this stuff. They're pretty good, really really good.